Hi, I'm Beth with TB Properties Buys Land. Last week we talked about legal access. What is legal access, and do you have to have it in order to sell your rural vacant land? So the real quick definition of legal access is the legal ability to get to your property. If your property is touching a public road, or if it's got a public road going through it, then you've got physical access. You can physically get there with driving or walking or biking, that kind of thing. But you can also legally get across that because that's a public road meant for anybody. Now, if the road that's going to your property is a private road, or if there is no road going to your property and all around you is private land, then you may not have legal access to your property. If you look at your deed, whatever kind of deed that you've got, it would tell you whether you've got access to those private roads. It would say something like you have ingress and egress across existing roadways. Maybe there would even be a plat map designating how you can physically access your parcel, okay? So if you don't have that, technically you can sell your land without legal access. Now, who's going to want to buy your land without legal access? That's the tricky part, okay? So today I wanted to talk about a few examples of what it means to have legal access and why it's so important. Right now, we're trying to purchase 16 or 17 acres up in Montana. And the issue that we're running into when we saw the title commitment is that they do not have legal access. So we try to get up there to visit the property, and along the roadway were no trespassing signs everywhere, okay? So if you're trying to get to a piece of property and there's no trespassing signs, do you really want to go across that? Do you really want to trespass? You don't have the right of way to get up there. And there could be issues. That landowner could be very upset. They could put a gate up. They could come out with their gun. Okay, so one of the remedies that you might have is trying to talk to that landowner and any other landowners across that roadway and ask for an easement. An easement is a legal document detailing your access to their road or to their property to get to your own property. Okay, so in this circumstance, we're not really sure what we're going to do yet right now. We still have to get across and talk to the landowners, the adjoining landowners, and find out if we can cross their parcel and if we can get easement, okay? So another example is another parcel has a nice road going to it, but it is not legal access, and the adjoining landowners are granting us an easement. So through the title company, they are signing easements as we're purchasing the property, and we'll have legal access to get to and from the parcel. Okay, we've had another circumstance. We tried to buy a parcel of land, and again, there was no legal access, and there was a gate. We couldn't even go get to the parcel because of that gate that's blocking there. So you might have a piece of land. Oh, I've always gotten to it. It's no big deal. There's no gate. There's no fence. But if you're trespassing, you know, that number one, that's illegal to be trespassing across somebody else's property. And there's no telling when they could put a gate or fence up there blocking your access to the parcel. So when you're selling your property, whether it's to TB Properties Buys Land or someplace else, most likely the buyer is going to ask you, do you have legal access to this parcel? And if you don't, one remedy that you'll want to look into is getting an easement, okay, from whoever landowners there are in that area. So that's one thing to look into. If you've got rural vacant land you're interested in getting a quote on, you're interested in selling it, give us a shout, tbpropertiesbuysland.com. We're willing to take a look at your property and get you a price. We always close through a title company. We close and we pay for all closing costs so that you know that the number that we quote you is the number that you're going to walk away with. And the title company, they're a good third-party intermediary. They're always going to be a safe way to close. And we're going to send our money to the title company, and they would fund you as the seller once the transaction goes through. Okay, it's a nice, safe way. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We look forward to working with you. Thanks for tuning in.